Tonight, a crushing blow to the Trump family's real estate empire. A judge in New York handing down a more than $350 million civil penalty against Donald Trump, plus interest, for lying about his wealth for financial gain, barring him from obtaining loans in the state for 3 years, banning Mr. Trump's adult sons from running any company for 2 years, ordering they pay more than $4 million each.
In what appears to be the latest episode of New York's descent into legal madness, President Trump has been handed a bill worth a staggering $350 million, all for the heinous crime of having the wrong political opinions, according to a judge and attorney general who seem to have taken their cues straight from the playbook of political vendettas. The verdict, as many see it, is not just a blow to Trump, but a damning indictment of New York's once proud legacy. From a beacon of capitalism to a cesspool of corruption and partisan warfare, the Empire State's fall from grace couldn't be more apparent. It's like watching the decline of Rome, but with more skyscrapers and fewer togas. The individuals at the helm of this legal circus, Arthur Engoron and Letitia James, seem to be on a mission straight from the depths of partisan hell. Acting as obedient lackeys for the powers that be, they've turned the law into a weapon, using it to bludgeon their political adversaries into submission. If this isn't a page torn from the dictator's handbook, I don't know what is. But let's dissect this legal monstrosity piece by piece. Engoron and James have twisted New York's fraud laws like a pretzel to fit their political agenda. They've abandoned any semblance of impartiality and due process, opting instead for a witch hunt straight out of Stalin's playbook. Forget innocent until proven guilty. In their world, you're guilty simply for having the audacity to challenge their worldview. And what's the endgame here? Destroying capitalism in New York, apparently, because nothing says, let's attract business like punishing successful entrepreneurs for, well, being successful. Engoron and James, with their lack of business acumen and common sense, are like two blindfolded bulls charging through a china shop. Except the china shop is New York's economy, and they're wielding sledgehammers labeled political vengeance. Let's not forget the real motivation behind this legal charade: political revenge. Letitia James campaigned on a promise to take down Trump without a clear plan or purpose other than pure spite. She's not a legal mastermind. She's a pawn in a larger game of political chess, being moved around by forces beyond her comprehension. And what about Engoron's ruling? It's as absurd as a clown car driving through Times Square. There were no victims, no crimes, just a political opponent with a target on his back. If this is justice, then I'm the Queen of England. But perhaps the most chilling aspect of this debacle is the precedent it sets. If they can do this to Trump, they can do it to anyone. Political opponents beware. Your head could be next on the chopping block. So, as New York slides further into legal chaos and partisan warfare, one thing is clear: the only winners here are the enemies of freedom and justice. And if we don't stand up and fight back, we might all find ourselves on the wrong side of history and the guillotine.